Good morning everyone. I was trying to just keep this for my own reference and then hide it somewhere, but both of them all holding their papers, so I think this is all right for me to do it too. Probably trendy, but wonderful to see all you wonderful people here today, and I also interacted with some of the speakers who already spoken in the, in the day today, and so inspiring, so motivating, most of them. Some more very exciting speakers on their way. I know a lot of the discussion's been pretty heavy about, overcoming situations in their life, and I felt a little kind of low on that because I didn't have much to overcome and not a very inspiring story. Actually, been very lucky, very fortunate that life's been pretty decent for me, and just gone with the flow and navigated through whatever options I had and managed to be here talking with you guys. But now that I realize that it has to be motivating, I can't really come here and just say that bindas, aise ji lo yaar, life is good. So it'll be ye kya matlab hua yaar. Especially if you all might even like it, but maybe back there Madam Principal would be very upset. He just came and just said nothing, just said just go with the flow. But literally that's what that's what I believe in. I think there are two ways to do this. We can look at negatives at every situation. We can look at the positive of every situation. Very often we are told we can control the narrative. We can control how we want to, how we want our life to be. But in all honesty and for the practical reasons of it, that I've realized in life that there's very little that is in our control, even ourselves sometimes. This morning I got up and I was thinking of what I have to say here, and got to know there's no electricity in the building. So, but I've had a shower, and that's not no electricity, but there was. But then, there was a complaint about my son playing music too loud, 2 a.m, and I had to get up and apologize on his behalf, which is not a good feeling. But I had to do that, and yet that wasn't taken well, and then there was a little bit of a skirmish with my neighbor over this situation. I said, okay, no problem, I have to stay composed, I have to say something very important and engaging here, I have to collect my thoughts. But when I come down, there's a truck parked right in front of the gate, blocking the car from getting out of the building. Again, there's that huff and a puff, and what the heck is happening? I still made it in time, but of course, all it did was I lost my composure and my center and my calm, and so that's what I meant. Sometimes we can't, the things that we can actually control, even that we can't manage. What we really need to control is that when these situations happen, you got to not reply, you got to respond, right? I've heard that many times. So you got to give that little pause, try and understand what's the best way out of it. I think if we can figure that out, navigating ourselves out of a situation or into a situation or through a situation is half the battle won, because many times there are plans we make, there are things we decide for ourselves which don't often work out the way we want them to. But what do we do then? Do we always keep making a plan B, which is also quite frustrating. It also shows that you're already negative about plan A, but you have to believe that plan A is going to work out. And if it doesn't, there must be a slightly you have to take some kind of a diversion, but you'll get there. Maybe a little later, a little earlier. So what you have to live with is a little bit more patience, a little more tolerance, a little more, of course, consideration. Very often we are so busy with our own, walking around. Hello, Aditya. Wonderful to see you. It's so long. That's my lovely niece, and we're gonna meet after this is done. But so what I've learned from my life is that the moment is what's most important. I do not plan for clearly, I do not plan for the next day, because I didn't have anything prepared for this until 5 minutes back. Because I really feel that it's about the moment. If you're making the best of that very moment, that is going to somehow make the moment to come worthy, interesting. But if you keep worrying about what's going to happen, what may not happen, what should not happen, it's just a lot of waste of time. Anticipating something that may or may not happen. It's just kind of silly. isn't it? So I think at the moment, suppose I'm here, but my mind is wavering to something else, or you are here, and as boring or as dull or as pointless as the speaker is, if you decide, man, switch off, मैं कुछ और करता हूँ, I'll get on my phone. The phone, yeah, the biggest sort of Satan in our lives, right? Every time, that's your go-to if something is not, if you don't get to hear what you want to hear. But yeah, you're here in this moment, you're locked, there's no way you can get up and just say, sir, toilet, you can't do that. So may as well, you never know what you can pull out from this. You can get something interesting. So yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. Live the moment, make the best of that moment. Sometimes even a very boring company can be very fun if you look at it in a funny way. So you have to make a positive out of every situation. And once that mindset sets in, life is fun. Doesn't matter what success, what all these other things will all, they're all by chance. They come and go. But if you know how to enjoy the moment, how to make the best of the moment, and how to be considerate. You have to always be considerate for the other person. Make a person comfortable. That's how you will be comfortable in a situation. If you don't show any consideration for another person and just full of your own, this is my situation and, they don't understand, then you're not playing the game right. It's always a good feeling when you make someone more comfortable, when you make someone more happy. It gives you this innate feeling of goodness and it becomes addictive. I just heard, about addiction and Dr. Nilima Kada talk about addiction. So yes, of course. I mean, I've also been propagating anti-tobacco and I've been a crusader for anti-tobacco. I'm told this addiction comes in pretty early. If you get into this a little later in life, you can also get out. But between 8 and 15, apparently, if you get into tobacco addiction, it's very difficult to pull out of it. So yeah, but of course, there are so many various kinds of addictions. And in the last 10 years, of course, with the smartphone and all that your world is actually centered around your phone. But it can also be addictive. Very often, you start off wanting to Google something that is useful information, but then you sort of waver into checking reels, and then it just goes into suddenly 20 minutes, 30 minutes, gone off your life, which is just gone wasted. Clearly, I'm just talking, I had some pointers, but yeah, there's a new thing I'm listening to that especially for musicians or anyone actually for any form of profession, the audience or the market cares for stuff that is more relatable than aspirational. That has been a change in the last 10 years, I am told. That if I don't relate to it, it doesn't appeal to me. If I have to aspire to get there, it's not worth my time. This is a very dangerous mindset to have because it shows that you don't want to grow, you don't want to evolve, you don't want to stretch, you don't want to work that little harder. And that is dangerous, if you feel that if I don't connect or I don't relate to this, then I'm not interested. If I don't, I have to make that effort. Because here is someone who's probably raising the bar, and I have to get there. I cannot say, if he's, oh yaar, ye gaane mein kuch zyada harkat kar raha hai, ya gaane mein kuch zyada soul dal raha hai, there's too much range. No, I want it flat, I want it straight. I want it simple. I want the tune very, catchy, the beat that I can connect with, lyric that I understand. I don't have to Google the meaning of this word. Then what happens? For us, professional or so-called commercial beings, it's simple. We dumb it down further. We'll dumb it down further. And the bar of that, whether it's music or it's art or whatever, whether it's even medicine, that's going to drop. And that's very dangerous. So and see, music is something that you cannot sound. You can't avoid it. You can shut your eyes to something you don't want to see. You don't want to breathe for a bit, you can do that too. If you don't want to smell something awful, you can control that. But your ears are always listening. No matter how much you try to cut them down, They're always listening. So sonically, you are being influenced, whether it's in your conscious sense or in a subconscious sense. Wow, I actually managed through that. Just another 5 minutes. I think I should pull that off. So we have to take what what we're hearing or what we're listening a little more seriously, because it stays in your subconscious, it stays in your mind, it influences you. So listening to frequencies that are sonically calming, pleasing, is a good thing. Listening to frequencies that are too shrill, too harsh, too damaging is not a good thing. So even when you make a choice of music, I'm not talking about the genre. The genre can be dance, it can be electronic, it can be rap, it can be whatever. But the subject or the matter or the content that you are listening to, or for that matter even seeing or indulging in, you have to do a self-check on it. You need to analyze it from time to time. Ask yourself, why do I like this? What is it about it that is working for me? Yeah, I mean, if it's a dance song, does it really make me want to dance? Or is it something about the lyric that is exciting a dark side of me? Is this beat really engaging, or is it just too loud? Is it just too garish, and which is why it's cutting through? So whatever you do, it's always nice to, because this is going to help you grow. And growth is not just while you're in school or in college. Growth is a lifetime commitment to self. What is the point otherwise? We've come into this world, we're going to just go, right? So yeah, you have to keep growing, keep asking. From time to time, making that check that yes, I'm doing the right thing, I'm in the right path. And don't get frustrated, don't get impatient. Your time will come and it's going to be beautiful. And the longer it takes, the longer it will stay.